Hey, what's up, YouTube? I hope you all been enjoying your summer. I've been enjoying mine all right, pretty much. Trying to get in a little bit more riding. But today, doing a little more work on my RT, trying to bring it back to the original spec. So, I had a Gibby top box on here, and I took that off, and I want to put back the original BMW top box. So I found one on eBay, but it was missing the key and the lock was busted. So I'm waiting for my lock cylinder to come in, and I'll be switching back to the original BMW top box. But one thing I had to do was to remove the Gibby tray on the back, or I don't know if you call it a tray or holder, I don't know what you call it, but I had to find an original BMW tray or top box mount, whatever you want to call it. So I found one, and I'm gonna start with swapping that out, and then I'll put my top box, the original top box, back on, put in a new lock cylinder, and see how it goes. And I have a complete set. I have the side boxes and the side panniers and the original top box for this bike. And that's the project I'm working on right now. So as you see, I have the original, not the original, but the Gibby top box holder or mount, or I don't know what you call it, but I'll have to remove that and put this on. This is the original BMW top box mount. So all I have to do is remove, I started with this one already, remove these 4 little Phillips head screws, and grab these bolts underneath, these 2, 1, where's the second one, 2 and 3 and 4, remove that, and I can remove those, and I can take this off and put this new one, the original one, back on. All right, let me knock this out real quick. Alright, so I got all the screws and bolts taken loose, and simple as that, it's off. But I'm still not done. I have to remove these 4 screws here, and so I can take this bracket off, and under this bracket is 2 more bolts or screws under this that I have to remove, so I can bolt this original piece back on. And for these screws, I'll be using a 5mm Allen head. So I got those screws removed, and this just slides right off. And I still have to remove these bolts, so I can take these little brackets off, and take these brackets off from the posts, and use the screws to mount the new mounting bracket on. So this is how it looks so far with the old Gibby mounting bracket removed, but I'll still have to take these off, and I'm gonna need shorter Allen head screws for these short posts here. But I'll show you what I mean with the original bracket back on. It slides underneath, and then this will sit on top like that. I just have to use a shorter Allen head mounting bolts, but I have 2 extra ones that I can probably use. I can find and use. So the original bracket already has like mounting zerks already in them, so I don't have to use the nut on the other side of these screws to put this on. And there it is. Got the mounting bracket for the top box all mounted up. And it looks pretty good. Next is to fix the lock cylinder on my top box, and mount it up, and that should be it. Here is the used top box that I got off eBay for little or nothing. It didn't come with any keys, so I had to end up drilling out the lock, and also the latch was broken on it. You can see here a piece of the locking latch that goes in there was broken off. So I went online and went to a BMW Motor Rad dealer that I found online. Actually, 2 different ones. I went to Cross Country BMW in Metuchen, New Jersey, and Colorado, BMW Motor Rad of Colorado was the second company to order the parts. So what I ordered was the multifunction box kit, repair kit, and a lock cylinder with keys. So what I'm going to attempt to do here is remove this section of the multifunction box, and put in a new lock cylinder, and put in the new latch to lock the handle and the case. The first step in this would have been to remove the lock, but since the lock is already removed, the next step would be to remove these, they call these pressure elements, and it's on a pin. I can zoom in a little bit. Right there. And I'll take a punch or a small nail or something and just knock the pin out on both sides. Here what the other one is. I don't know if you can see it from that side, but yeah, you can see it from here. It's right there in the middle. Right there. Knock that out with a punch or a small nail or whatever you have, and that'll be the next step. Alright, I got the first pin out. I knocked it out using this a small nail. Bang it in from this side. Knock the pin out. Pin is out. And remove this. And now do the same on the other side. Okay, now I have both pressure elements removed. The next step is to drill out the 7 rivet heads. The 3 on the top, 1, 2, 3, and the 4 on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The bit size to drill out those rivets, the rivet heads, should be 4mm or 5/32 inch bit. Now I don't have either one because I broke them, so I'm going a size under. I'm using the 9/64 inch bit to drill out these rivet heads.
Then I put the new O-ring on. Right there, you see? New O-ring is on. Now what I do is I get some Teflon tape. Regular plumbing Teflon tape. And you start it. Then I hold the brake plug, and then I go around a couple times.
And now I have all the rivet heads drilled out. I can go around to the front of the top box. You can see it's already fell down a little bit, and I should be able to pull this right out with the help maybe with a screwdriver if it doesn't come straight out. Ooh, fell right out. And now that I have the multifunction box removed, I'm going to take a screwdriver and pry the front cover off. It's hard to do with one hand, but you see it's popping right up. from the side here and back here. And now I have to cover off. Now that I have this off and the front cover off, if you look where the lock cylinder goes, there's a couple of rivets. You can see one there. I don't know if you can see the other one, but you just spin it around to the back. And these are the two rivets that you have to drill out to remove the lock cylinder cover. Using the same drill bit, I'll be drilling out these two rivets. Okay, I drilled out the rivets, and now I'm spinning it around and pull out the lock cylinder housing. And you can see it's a spring inside. Alright, so this is the old one that I'm taking out with the broken catch here. You see it broke off there. And in the new pack comes with rivets and those stays. Along with the new catch housing and the rivets. And now I just put this back together, all in reverse. Just a quick note, here's the old housing and catch, and the new one has this also, but they have it taped so the spring and the washer doesn't come out. But just in case, if you was replacing this and you wanted to know how it goes, it'll be the washer first into the housing. Yeah, you sit it like this, is make it easier working with one hand. So the washer first, and then the spring, and then you would put this right back into the housing and rivet it. So washer, spring, then the housing back into the multifunction box. Now I have the lock cylinder housing back in, and it can only go one way. It has, you see this hole right here by my thumb, it has a little notch in the back of the housing that it fits into. Hold on, let me pull it out. Okay. All right, this is the new housing. You see here, has a little notch that goes into this hole here, and you slide it right in just like this. Make sure that notch goes into the hole, and then you put your rivets in. So I put in the first rivet right there. I just held it tight, squeezed in the first rivet. Now I'll put in the last rivet. All right, both rivets are installed. Now to put in the lock cylinder. Well, before I put in the lock cylinder, I just have to put the front cover back on. Snap it right back in place. Okay, so now it's time to just put this multi-function box back into the case and rivet it down. And after that, I'll put in the lock cylinder at the very end. And just to give you a quick note, you could put some adhesive on these corners, on each corner of this cover, if need be, just to help hold this cover on here. I'll just slide this up in here and rivet it back up. Okay, now I have all the rivets replaced. Now for the pressure elements. Now I just gotta knock in the last pin for the locking elements. And now just push the key inside the lock cylinder and supposed to push it all the way in, right? Okay, to the last one. Zoom out. Okay, there it is. I felt it engage. Just push it straight in until you feel that locking tab engage. Yeah. And there it is. All done. The multi-function box and lock cylinder replacement on the BMW R1100RT or R1150RT. May even for the R1200RT. And that's how it's done. All right, y'all. Until next time, I'm out.